Well, g'day baseball fans. Good morning to you. We're coming to you live from the Geelong Baseball Centre. Game 2, day 2. Bit of blue and gold out here for this one. The Phantoms from Perth, the Eastern Phantoms, against the Rangers of Canberra. Phantoms won their first game yesterday. The Rangers went 0-2. This game played in sunny conditions. Looking forward to that sun just going behind a cloud shortly. Oscar Kelly is the lead-off hitter for Canberra. And it will be Tex Prisov who will be the first pitcher. Tex, no nickname to share, member of the WA under-16s team. Gets ahead 0-2 in the count from the Morley Eagles Club. And the 3-pitch strikeout. Just the start the Phantoms would have wanted. Good morning to all those watching over in Perth. A bit more of a easier hour for you this morning, 9:45 in the west. Elijah Tano'uya is at the plate for the Rangers. Did get on base with a walk yesterday's games. Drop third strike. And now we're set for something interesting. 6 pitches. 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts. Another 3 strikes and we could have an immaculate inning to start proceedings here. Doing his best to stop that will be Jack Blundell in the 3-hole, playing shortstop for this game. And there goes the immaculate inning. I knew as soon as I said it that would do the trick. I know what I'm doing, yeah, exactly. Still in line for a Kinning if you can get 3 strikeouts in succession and no one on base. That one is fouled way high. Better quickly give you the defensive lineup for the Phantoms. Dylan Palethorpe is in left. Brady Manning, there's a name, centre field. Zy Gordon is in right. Ben Nesbitt, third base. Aita Samukawa is at shortstop. Cooper Murphy, second base. Ryan Warner is at first. George Calverley is behind the plate. Blocking that one from going any further. 2-1 count with 2 out. Thanks for joining us on Baseball Plus, where we are watching some Senior League baseball. All the 2s on the Geelong Baseball Centre scoreboard. Just lovely to see up and running. Even more happy up and running, we've got a canteen. If you're coming down, recommend the egg and bacon roll. That's today's recommendation. I'm trying to work through the menu during the week. Also, coffee van. Into play. A fumble. This is going to require back to the pitcher in time. Ryan Warner, just a little of fumbles, but Tex Prisov did his job to tear over to first base. And that's a 3-1 put out. So we see our Spacequake Sports replay. It's a bouncer, just caught the edge of the grass a little higher than expected. There you go. So that is the Rangers retired. We will have the Eastern Phantoms coming up after the break. Welcome back, Geelong Baseball Centre, the main baseball diamond. You're watching the Phantoms from Perth, the Eastern Phantoms coming to the plate, and it will be the Canberra Raiders. Oh, there's $1 in the fine jar. The Canberra Rangers. Darn. Guess he's going to be shouting lunch by the end of this one. It's Cooper Murphy. Coops from the Perth Baseball Club at the plate. On the hill, it's Reece Watson. 1-1 count to open proceedings here. Notice quite a few Phantoms fans, and yeah, there's a few Rangers as well, with a bay in between them, which is probably good. That is just gone foul by a metre and a bit. So the count 2-2. First at bat for the Phantoms after the Rangers went down top of the first in order. Reece Watson from the Western Creek Indians, who played senior league, 4th grade, 2nd grade and 1st grade. There's a fair bit of baseball experience from all of that. 4th Nationals, as this is played to Tana yeah, and oh yeah, 1 out. So, of course, for Canberra, there are no state or territory championships. They get one berth in the Nationals. Coming together from the Canberra competition. So, 2021, the Little League, 22 and 23, the Junior League. In 2024, here we are in Geelong. And I think that one's going to be ruled a single for Ben Nesbitt, who was 3 from 4 yesterday. We do have our replay, which helps us see things a second time. So 1 out and 1 Phantom on base for Eita Samukawa. Puts a charge into a right field. That's gone over everyone. That's going to bounce into the fence. Interesting to see if Nesbitt can round 30. He's coming for home. It's going to be an RBI triple. A 3-bagger to Samukawa. And the Phantoms are on the board with the opening run. One of the... If we were doing a top 20 of the longer hit balls, we were 4 home runs hit yesterday. That is one of the longer ones, out to the 367 fence. Speaking of home runs, here's the man who launched one yesterday over the 387 foot sign. George Calverley from the Morley Eagles has Samukawa ready for anything, even if this is caught, which I'm not sure it will be. It isn't. Samukawa will score, and back-to-back 3-baggers. If If you watched the Phantoms games yesterday, you saw power unleashed. And they're still going full bore early here. 2 runs on the board. Calverley sits at third. Ryan Warner, who's playing first base, is up, as you can see that one. Landed not too far shy of the warning track. 0-1 count on Warner. Warner yesterday. I mean, the team averaged 485 and had a team OPS of 1,373 yesterday. That's because they slugged 788. That's another RBI. It won't be a 3-bagger this time. It will possibly be 2. So scorers considering how they're going to score. Okay. Well, the previous 2 triples, just asking my scorers. Yeah, they go okay. So 2 triples and a single. Either way, it's 3 early runs. That I'm going to have to give him a nickname. But that trio of Nesbitt, Samakawa, and Calverley have all got extra base hits. And that one is caught, as we see. I think that's Alex Sargent out there in centre field. Glad to have got a mid on one. And that is the second out. That was Aaron Hugo. So we've got right in that process, Ryan Warner is headed off to second. Brady Manning at the plate. You can see Warner at the bottom of your screens. Looking for any excuse to get around to third. Foul ball. So 2 out, 1-1 count. Down the third base line and fair, picked up by Tanaruya. Throw misses first base. Run number 4 will score. Manning. We'll see the replay whether it would have been an out at first with a bang on throw, but Manning has ended up at second. Replay comes to third. Clean pickup by Tanaruya with the set. And that's going to be given a single because looks like the throw was going to be beaten out. And then the advancement on the error. Quick coaches chat. Rangers trying to find this third out before the score blows out too much. Dylan Palethorpe, who did not get an at-bat yesterday. If you watched yesterday's game intently, you'll see that those that didn't get much of a run yesterday for the Phantoms against the Melbourne Rangers were getting one here against the Canberra Rangers. Palethorpe, nicknamed Dill. Sure that's a term of affection. From the Morley Eagles. Finds the 5.5 hole. It's going to be another RBI. Throw coming to the plate. Won't be there in time. And Manning scores. And it's now 5-0. And sometimes you see these scores mount up with walks and hit by pitches, but this is all being power hitting by the Phantoms so far. And just like that, the Phantoms are batting around. Cooper, actually one to go. Zy Gordon is the number 9 hitter. We'll give you the Rangers defence setup if nothing happens this pitch. Outfield, Nathan Corcoran in left, Alex Sargent in centre, Justin Burrows is in right field. Elijah Tanauye is in third base, Jack Blundell short, Dominic Hamilton second, Ryan Keames first. Oscar Kelly just caught that one from the pitching of Reece Watson. Nate Adams is the DH. 2-0 count with 2 out. Phantom on first. And in the end, Sargent makes strong ground to take his second catch. And with that, the Phantoms are retired. Not before 9 plate appearances and 5 runs. Now giving the Canberra Raiders something to chase here in the Senior League National Championships. Back in a sec. To the top of the second we go, and it will be 4-5-6 for the Canberra Rangers. Nate Adams, Dominic Hamilton, Nathan Corcoran are the 3 due up. Play to Samakawa. Off the back, get the tag, yep. Ryan Warner, proving some dexterity at first base. There's your tag. Dominic Hamilton next up. There is another game on, as there usually is through the day. We're scoring that in a second. This has popped up, and right field comes in for the Phantoms in Zy Gordon and catches the ball. Sometimes you see the 3 players converge and there's confusion, and this time Gordon calls it off, makes the catch in front of the shades. 2 up, 2 down so far for Canberra. The other game right now is between Adelaide and Cronulla. No score from that. Yamada coming off a 9-7 win over Wanneroo to go 2-0. Wanneroo dropped to 1-1. Earlier here, it was a one-run win to the Gold Coast Cougars over the Melbourne Rangers. The Cougars in their pool go 2-0. The Rangers dropped to 0-2. And they're going to need a fair bit of help from that position to make the semis for the Melbourne Rangers. Gold strike out. So we had the Holy Trinity there, the ground out, the fly out and the strike out. The Phantoms 6 up, 6 down for their pitching and defence. To the bottom of the second, this game heads. Phantoms up 5-0. Welcome back to the bottom of the second. Phantoms back to the top of their order. Cooper Murphy, followed by Ben Nesbitt and Ada Semikawa. Rangers just over their halfway point of their preliminary games. Nesbitt. Pinpoint accuracy through the infield. He ground out to third base, just adjusted slightly, found the gap. He's joined the hit parade. So now we hit this great trio of hitters that were involved when the Phantoms won the Junior League at Glenelg in South Australia a couple of years back. Headed to Taylor, Michigan, and the bats keep swinging. 2 up, 2 hits to left. Nesbitt is 2 for 2 today. 2 on, 9 out for the Phantoms. Right now, the Cronulla Black Adelaide Armada game is 0-0. Assuming they've got started at a similar time to ourselves. Armada backing up back-to-back games after a close win over Wanneroo. And should the Armada win that and go 3-0, I'd almost say with a high level of confidence they're the first team to qualify with 1 game left. So Makara was 2 from 5, but there was a triple in that. And already has a second triple. Some players go a whole season without hitting a triple. He's had 2 in 2 games. He's just waiting for something to hit here, you would think. 2 Phantoms are on. Cooper Murphy is at second. Ben Nesbitt stands at first. You can see Murphy on your screen. So Makara found the pitch, found the gap. And around we go, and it's going to be enough for Murphy to cross home plate. The single to right field. So Makawa is at first. Cooper Murphy is the 6th Phantoms run. So Phantoms at the corners, Nesbitt at third, so Makawa is at first for George Calverley. We're reading Nesbitt and Samakawa 2 for 2 today. Calverley yesterday, 3 from 3 with 2 singles and 1 mega hit. He's got a 2-1 count to play with here. Nesbitt needs to be awake, and he was. So 2-2. Reece Watson thinking, how do I strike this guy? I've got to find one more strike. How do I do this? That's put up. It's put back, way back, and in the field. Had to wait to see where that ball landed on one side of the fence. That is an RBI. A 7th runner will score, and everybody just waiting to see where that lands, because that is the short side of the field. It's about 325, 330 feet. Let's have a look and see where this landed. Certainly it was on the warning track. And we'll never know. Darn pole. So this one is played to Blundell, gets one out, thought about the double play, and in the end it's a fielder's choice. Maybe a double at third, no. So Makara got back. So Calverley was the player out with the fielder's choice at second. Warner with the fielder's choices at first. So 5 in the first, 2 in the second. We've got 1 out. Good news for Rangers is that they've got past the powerful top half of the Phantoms hitting lineup. And Watson's outing is done. Getting some applause from the Ranger faithful. Liam Osher comes off the bench and takes charge on the hill. Osher from the Canberra Eagles Club. Again, multi-year veteran. Junior League Nationals in 2022. This is his 2nd Senior League appearance, age 16. Mainly 16-year-olds here, a few 15-year-olds up from Junior League level, and the occasional 14 or 13 for a couple of teams looking to build numbers. Been a busy time for Liam, as well as the charter ACT under 16s. at the Youth Championships and the school sport team for the ACT as well. We probably have a fairly handy uni collection. 7-zip. Aaron Hugo. The first 5 Phantoms this innings have reached. Cowley the out on the fielder's choice at second base. So Mukawa is at third and Warner is at first. And here comes Aaron Hugo. Hugo looking to get on base for the first time. Just had 1 plate appearance yesterday. Starting today is the DH. And Osher starts with the first pitch. A strike. And brings up a bit of dirt. 1-1. 1 out. Double play a possibility. As is a run. Loose ball in the infield. Picked up. So Makata has scored. There's Ada coming over the plate right now. Score moves 8-0. 5 in the first. That's the third run here in the second. Count goes 2-2. Just the one runner on base, and that's Warner, who now sits at second. Head out towards the gap, found the gap. This should bring a run for Warner, and that's going to be an RBI double. The first hit of the tournament for Aaron Hugo. And it's an RBI to boot. Not only hit it deep, but hit it where they ain't. Score up to 9 now for the Phantoms, as expected. Another offensive onslaught from them after taking care of the Rangers with, I think, 20 runs they scored yesterday. Liam Osher being a busy lad. Started playing baseball when he was 6 because his older brother did. Credits all his success or otherwise to his older brother. Runners up in the last summer club competition. Ball goes to 3-1 with 1 out. And that's actually the first walk given up so far this game. The 4 out so far, 2 flies and 2 ground outs. And yeah, Pale Thorpe, he already has an RBI to start proceedings, hit by pitches. On base for the second time. It's now this afternoon in Geelong, just. Appreciate for those in Perth, it's just about 10:15. Those watching in Easley, South Carolina, it's probably bedtime. about 11:15. And a wild pitch and another. Warner crosses the plate. So they've scored 5 in the first, 5 in the second. Chance to build on that here. The hit by Zy Gordon. Had it, lost it, and that's enough for everyone to advance. Brady Manning has scored. That's 6 scored.
I missed one.
Yeah, back up the top, so am I.
Okay. Yep.
So Gordon's on. Gordon's on first. Palethorpe is at third and hit by pitch, the second of the inning. Loads them up. So Nesbitt's day might be done. Of course, the Phantoms have back-to-back games, so expect them to roll through some changes. This is Cameron Barr comes to the plate. All the ones on the Geelong Baseball Centre scoreboard. For the pinch hitter in Barr. Step on third was Tanauye. Palethorpe has scored, run at number 12. But that is the second out. Zy Gordon is the one who was out at third base. Cooper Murphy sits atop second. Cameron Barr at first on the fielder's choice. A.T. Samukawa, who has 2 hits, 2 runs, is back for his third plate appearance. This game has a 2-0 count to play with, 2 out. Foul ball takes it to 2-1. The other game on the other diamond, Cronulla Black have struck first. They lead the Adelaide Armada 4 runs to 0. That is at the top of the second. Cronulla, the away team, batting at the top. And that's a walk, which loads the bases. So this will be plate appearance number 13 this inning. A reminder for all the information you could ever want about the Senior League Nationals, the Little League Nationals, which have seen the schedule out today, and everything else happening in the wonderful wide world of Australian baseball. Check out baseball.com.au. Tell them that Phil sent you. So no change of picture, just a bit of a pep talk, bit of encouragement. Keep at it. And you can see why, because look who's at the plate. Anything he hits, and I'm having a look at the centre fielder and have a look at how deep. I'm not sure we'll get a shot of how deep the centre fielder is. That's a long way back. 390 to the fence there. Thank you. Great work by Spacequake to bring the shot we needed. Cavalier hits that. It is high. If you've got a car in the car park, and it's no mean feat to hit it over the netting here. It's a good 3 stories up. Yeah. 3 good levels at least. Maybe a 4th. The Cavalier's just seen. So with those, we've got all the 2s on the Geelong scoreboard. The sun has gone behind a cloud to the relief of all here at Geelong. It's a nice warmish day, but even a May sun down here has a bit of potency to it. Cavalier wanted to have a shot, but he was a little on the wide and low side. Oh, full count, 3-2 with 2 outs. A strike here and the inning ends. And it walked in a run. You can see the weather here, mix of cloud. No, I think I'll stay away from talking about rain because it's the one thing that can interrupt things. That's Cooper Murphy who's crossed home plate for his second run. Toby Franklin comes in for Ryan Warner. And we've got a pinch runner as well. So Samukawa, that second comes off and Thomas Williams comes on. So Thomas Williams is now at second base. Cavalier is at first. Making some mad adjustments to my scoring system here. Toby Franklin in for Ryan Walker is at the plate. This third out proving a little elusive, the margin up to 13. There's been 8 runs, 2 outs, 3 on base. So this is plate appearance number 14 for the inning. And we missed a ball in there somewhere because that is another walk and run number 14. That's Cameron Barr. Crossing the plate. So this should be Aaron Hugo. They're at the bottom of the second on the alternate diamond, so the Armada a chance to do something about a 4-run deficit. Cronulla Black looking for their second win. Possibly the top two teams in Pool A playing on that field at the moment. Although I'm sure Wanneroo would like to say something about that. That's played straight to Blundell. Just needed to get it and out. There was one to be had at second base. He strolls over and claims it. And that is 2 innings in the books. The offensive power of the Eastern Phantoms on full display. They scored 9 runs that inning and take a 14-run lead into the third. Changes galore to the Phantoms' defence, which may take us the length of this inning to work out. So, still Prisov working into his third inning of work. This is going to be Keames, Sargent, and Burrows, 7, 8, 9 of the Canberra Raiders order. Keames swings through some high cheese. Strikeout number 4 for Prisov in this game, which has just ticked over 12:30. We started a little late. Played at third base, which I think is Nesbitt. No, it's actually not Nesbitt. It is I'm about 2 metres behind. I actually think that was Gordon. No, wrong again. Bottom of the third coming up. This is Adam Taylor. I think's come in for Brady Manning. Yeah, because Barthorpe's batting 8 and Manning was batting 7. So all the subs being used, as you would expect. The Phantoms have got a plot out here for, well, a scheduled 14 innings, and that's what you have to assume is going to happen until it doesn't. Played to third, and the throw from Elijah Tanauye gets the out. Pass ball, no one on to advance. Cronulla Black have added another run on the other diamond. lead the Armada at the top of the third 5-0, and they got players on first and second with one out. Foot up, is it into the gap? Yep. Drops nicely for Palthorpe, who's got... Not sure if he had a hit yesterday, but he's got 2 today. And if he can score, he's already scored 2 runs, then that'll be the 15th, which means that the ACT have to score at the top of the 4th to keep this game going. Not there yet. Zay Gordon comes up to have a hit. Still a second is on. Didn't even need to slide, stand up. The rest of today's schedule coming up. The Phantoms will be back at 2:15, which is about 98 minutes from now to take Cronulla Blue. That'll be here on Baseball Plus. Count goes to 3-2 with 1 out and a Phantom on second. Palthorpe representing what could be a critical 15th run. Gordon's walked. And we go back to the top of the order. Cooper Murphy, round out, a single and a run, a hit by pitch and a run. With 1 out, looking to advance Palthorpe here, with Gordon on first. Heads towards centre. Sargent steams in. He covered a huge amount of ground. It's always a bit of a depth perception thing, how deep an outfield is. Got a good look at it and got those legs a moving. Lost the cap, caught in front of the eyes, and that's the second out. Cameron Blair, who came in for Nesbitt. We're through 2.5 on the alternate diamond. Cronulla added a run. Armada about to have a hit at the bottom of the third, trailing 5-0. Just a bit outside, 2-0. It's in foul territory. Where's it going to land? And that's a foul. 2 and all the 2s. The Rangers struck away from keeping the Phantoms scoreless, something no team has managed to do so far in an inning. Eastern scoring a run in all their innings yesterday against the Rangers of Melbourne. Our ball keeps it all the 2s. Again towards centre field, and Sargent, that one was able to pace himself, and well done to the Rangers. After giving up 9 in the second, they have a clean sheet in the third, and that assures us we're going to go. Well, we may not get to a fifth. We'll see what happens, but we will go to the bottom of the fourth. Rangers coming up to have a hit. Let's see what they can do with the bat after the break. Welcome back. Still trying to work out who's on first, and the rest of the defense was set up from the Phantoms. So many changes, it has flummoxed everybody. And the game is not slowing down long enough for us to work it out. And Ozai Gordon's at first. I've got Cooper Murphy at second. I've got Cameron Barr at short, as there's a walk. So Elijah Tanauye. Okay. This is Blundell at the plate. So I mentioned Barr is at short and Franklin is at third. So that's the infield sorted. The outfield, one lad there is putting his hand over his front number, which is really, really helpful at this point. Althorpe is the one at left. Taylor, I think, is at centre. And that leaves right field. Thomas Williams is at right. You got there. And that's the end of the ball game. No, not quite. So let me just refresh that. I haven't got my magnets in position. I'll tell you after this pitch. Jack Blundell has got a 3-1 count here with a Ranger on base. Takes the strike, goes full. All right, the infield. Zai Gordon at first, Cooper Murphy at second, Cameron Barr at short, Toby Franklin at third. Dylan Palthorpe at left, Adam Taylor centre field, Thomas Williams at right. I'm getting some nodded heads as there's a hit. The Rangers have a hit. They've got 2 on with none out. I'm yabbering away about how this game is going to end, and the Rangers have decided, well, hold fire. We're going to score some runs first. Nice shot to right field. Nate Adams, he's the DH, grounded out to short. Really good chance for the Rangers here. 2-1 with no out. Usually means you should be able to score a run. Meanwhile, bottom of the third on the other diamond. Still 5-0 Cronulla, the black team. But Marta have got 2 on with 1 out. As that's a shot and nicely grabbed by Murphy. Everybody will hold for the Rangers. 1 away. Just a little flare. Murphy was back pretty deep. And for Tanauye, he was awake to it. Made sure he wasn't the second out at second. Dominic Hamilton up to have a hit for the Rangers. From the Canberra Eagles, again played a lot of rep baseball. Not quite the end of the road here for some of these players. Dominic has got him at 15, which should mean one more year. Well ducked. 2-1 the count with 1 out. No real sign of movement from the Rangers on the bases. They're going to leave it in Hamilton's hands or the wait for that pass ball. But they might be waiting for a while. George Cavalier is probably the most experienced catcher here in the tournament. Won't let much get past him. 2-2. Into play. Shortstop with the pickup. Where's the out? It's going to not be there at first. Everybody's safe. It's loaded with Rangers with 1 out. And here's why third base often is the one to attack that, although it was out of their reach, because third base picks up. They're facing first. Shortstop picked up. There was no play at third because third was on the grass. Second base would have required an incredible throw 180 degree away, and first base just too hard to turn and throw. That's why third base always gets first priority, but well positioned. Certainly not an error with anyone. That's just a plain hit. So here we go, 1 out. Anything to the right-hand side of the diamond should score a run for Canberra. Nathan Corcoran cracks the bat. It's in foul territory by the Canberra dugout. And great work by Toby Franklin to get the second out. That takes away the sacrifice. A rare ball caught in foul territory. This one stayed in. He had a fair bit. Although dealt with the transition from grass to dirt pretty well. Now it's Ryan Keames, the first baseman. Fouls to first. Keames from the Bandits. Been playing senior league and men's third grade. Also went to the Australian Youth Championships and the Junior League Championships last year. No stories. 2 trips, no stories? How can that be? It's for the old what stays on trip. What goes on trip stays on trip. Especially given our worldwide audience tuned in on Baseball Plus. Did start playing age of 6 in America. Played Little League in Arlington, Virginia. Just across the Potomac from Washington, D.C. hush has come over in anticipation of this critical at-bat for the Rangers. Can they get on the board? Well, they're down to their last strike. 1-2 count with 2 out. Yusof trying to have a clean slate through 4 innings and got the strike, which led to the strikeout. The Rangers loaded them but left them. Some highlights there from the boys from the nation's capital, but no runs in the end. Heading to the bottom of the 4th, it is the Phantoms 14, the Rangers 0. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Now, if I got my rules right, if the Phantoms score 1 run, that is the ball game. Getting a couple of nods of agreement from our scorers. Change of pitcher. Williams is up. Oh, Williams substituted Samakawa. I think he went to shortstop. The Samakawa was short. 6 to 9. Okay. Yeah, which says, yeah, was shortstop out to 9. Yeah. All right. Aiden Bates, number 15, is the new pitcher for the Rangers. Needs to pitch a clean sheet, as the Rangers did in the 4th. In the 3rd, sorry. Have to do it again in the 4th to keep this game trucking along. And from a Phantoms perspective, they've got a game coming up in about 1.5 hours, or about 96 minutes. No, I've got that wrong again, sorry. About 81 minutes. And so the bigger the break they can get, the better that'll be for them. They're taking Cronulla Blue on, and Cronulla Blue beat the Rangers 4-1. So the Phantoms have Cronulla Blue, who are unbeaten, and then tomorrow might be a game for the top seed, 8:45, against the Gold Coast Cougars, who will come into that one 2-0. So they're basically playing 3 games in the scope of 24 hours. Any break they can get would be handy. Canberra can tell them all about that experience. They're playing their 3rd game in about 29 hours. They'll enjoy an afternoon off. Play to Blundell, who absolutely has an arm on him. Oh. If I'm Ryan Keames, I'm checking my glove to see if there's a hole in it. Check out this for a throw. That is an out, despite the best efforts of Cavalier to beat the throw. So all eyes on Tom Williams, who with that advanced to second. If he can get home, this game is done. That's a big hit. Sargent showed himself pretty adept at centre field. Tag up by Williams to get to third. And that's 2 away. So the sacrifice is gone. And it's an interesting 2-out at bat. If Canberra can get the out here, you go to the top of the 5th. No, we don't. But we're in the 4th. So it's got to be 15 after 4, and at the moment it's 14. So Phantoms need a run to finish it, and I reckon they've just got it. Aaron Hugo has himself a walk-off. Thomas Williams has himself the 15th run. And everyone conferring, and that is the ball game. Not without a few highlights, some good outfield catching and a few base runners along the way. But as expected, the Phantoms are in cruise control at the moment. Going to wrap this up pretty quickly. Got to enjoy the breaks when you get them, because the Baseball Plus team, Spacequake Sports, which is today Murray and Lucas on the cameras, and Dave Muggleton, the boss of Spacequake Sports, pushing all the buttons. We're going to take a bit of a break for lunch. 2 games down, 2 to go. It will be the Phantoms and Cronulla Blue. Speaking of Cronulla Black in the middle of the 4th lead the Armada 6-0. The Armada are 2-0. The Black looking on their way to go 2-0. Thank you all for watching, and we'll be back 2:15 Victorian time with Game 3 of Day 2 of the 2024 Australian Senior League Championships.